This is a positive body image meditation written and recorded by Mind Hacks TV. For more powerful meditations like this, please subscribe to this channel. Take a moment to sit or lay down comfortably with your head supported. Now we're going to take 4 deep breaths for 2 seconds in and 4 seconds out. Again, 2 seconds in and 4 seconds out. Again, 2 seconds in and 4 seconds out. One more, 2 seconds in and 4 seconds out. Now you can simply listen to these clearing statements or follow along, repeating them out loud. Repeat after me. I call forward all my resistances, barriers, and protection mechanisms. I say yes to them. I destroy and uncreate them all, and I fully release them from my mind, my body, and my spirit. All the oaths, vows, loyalties, and commitments I've made to never healing this image of myself, because if I do, I won't be lovable. I destroy and uncreate them all now. I give myself permission to receive this work, even though I'm afraid. I won't recognize who I am under these layers of protection. All the lies I've bought and sold that if I truly love my body, mind, and spirit exactly the way they are, I'll be perceived as conceited or cocky. I destroy and uncreate them all now, from every level, every layer, and every lifetime. I call forward every implant, explant, and belief that's been given to me about my body without question, and I uncreate and destroy them all from every level, every layer, and every lifetime. I forgive myself for believing everything will be better when I have lost weight, when I am thin, or when I become healthy. I forgive myself for believing that people will love and respect me more when I have the perfect body. I forgive myself for believing I will have more confidence once my body looks different. I forgive myself for idolizing my body weight and size as the answer to my pain. I forgive myself for idolizing airbrushed social media photos as the answer to how I am capable of being. All the idols I am using to stop me from choosing differently, I destroy and uncreate them all now. I call forward this idol I have about how my body should be, and I give myself permission to tear it all down from my mind, my body, and my spirit. I forgive myself for wanting to look and be like others. I forgive myself for every time I shamed, blamed, or made myself feel guilty for my body. I give my body permission to forgive me for every time I shamed it or resented it for how it looks, when in reality it was holding on to this as a way to protect me. All the judgments, projections, point of views, conclusions, exclusions, and expectations I have about my body and how it should look, I destroy and uncreate them all from every level, every layer, and every lifetime. I forgive myself for believing there must be something wrong with my body. I forgive myself for believing the worst thing in the world is to be judged for how I look. I forgive myself for believing I would rather avoid being judged than to fully love my sweet body. I forgive myself for believing if my body is not perfect, then I am worthless. I forgive myself for believing my entire self-worth is based on me having society's version of a perfect body. I forgive myself for believing that I have to look different than I do now in order to be accepted and loved. All the lies I've bought and sold that my external image is a reflection of who I am on the inside, I destroy and uncreate them all now. I forgive myself for believing in order to be happy, I have to look like someone else. I forgive myself for believing that if I focus on looking like someone else, I can avoid the pain I really feel. I forgive myself for believing if I pretend to be someone else, I will finally be accepted, loved, and praised, just like I always wanted. I forgive myself for burying who I am in order to be someone else's version of perfection. I forgive myself for believing I have to be angry every time someone judges me. I forgive myself for being angry at myself every time I judge myself and my body. I give everyone permission to forgive me if I ever made them see me in the negative light I see myself. I forgive myself for believing everything my parents said about who I am. I forgive myself for believing everything my teachers or friends said about who I am. I forgive myself for believing there must be something wrong with me based on how others treat me. I forgive my family and friends for making me believe I am not good enough. I forgive my family and friends for not creating a safe space for me to be exactly who I am. I forgive my family for never showing me how to be my true self and feel confident doing so. I forgive my family for never teaching me how to be proud of who I am and how I look. I forgive my family for making me believe I have to be afraid of what others think. I forgive my family for making me believe I have to look like someone else in order to be accepted. I forgive everyone who's ever humiliated me for how I look. I forgive everyone who's ever made me feel ashamed for how I look. I give everyone permission to forgive me if I ever made them feel ashamed of who they are. I give everyone permission to forgive me if I ever made them feel angry for looking the way they do. I give my family permission to forgive me if I ever made them feel unworthy of my love. I call forward all my anger, shame, resentment, and guilt, and I accept it. I say yes to it, and I fully release it from my mind, my body, and my spirit. I call forward all the fat and ugliness that I see, and I say, I see you. I acknowledge you, and I give my body and mind permission to no longer need this, and I destroy and uncreate them all now. I call forward every piece of my DNA programmed to having my self-worth attached to my body's shape and size. Now imagine your DNA breaking apart. Body, we no longer need this as we have received it. So I destroy and uncreate it all from every fiber, cell, and molecule of my being. I send it back from whence it came, never to return to me, my body, my spirit, or my reality ever again. Now imagine all the unwanted DNA dissolving. I give myself permission to take this new space in my DNA and reprogram it. I choose to fill it with love, worthiness, acceptance, safety, and compassion instead. Now imagine your DNA reforming. Without these idols, I give myself permission to love and accept myself as I am. I give myself permission to accept that I can have confidence with or without the perfect body. I give myself permission to accept that I can have respect and be loved with or without the perfect body. Without this bond of shame, I give myself permission to reconnect my body, mind, and spirit out of love with total ease, and anything getting in the way of that, I destroy and uncreate it all now. Without these patterns of shame, I can safely live my life and love my body without fearing judgment from others. Without these patterns, I give myself permission to feel safe loving my body, even if it isn't perfect. I love and accept myself. I love and accept myself. I love and accept myself. And everything that comes up with that I destroy and uncreate it all now, from my body, my mind, and my spirit. I love and accept myself, letting this all go. Even though I'm afraid, I need to look like someone else in order to be loved, praised, accepted, and celebrated. I love and accept myself, letting go of all the expectations I have for myself and my body. Even though I'm afraid, nothing will change and I won't be respected. I love and accept myself, letting this shame go. Even though I'm afraid, I'll make poor choices without it. I give myself permission to feel comfortable in my own skin. Even though I'm afraid, no one will love me that way. I give love and gratitude to myself for how brilliant I am to have discovered ways to seek love and connection. I give love and gratitude to my body for all the ways it has been communicating with me that I have something to release. Without these patterns, I give myself permission to see the beauty in my body when I look in the mirror, even if it doesn't look like other bodies. Without these patterns of shame, I give myself permission to portray myself differently, even if others don't see me that way. Without this pattern of guilt, I give myself permission to feel confident being my unique, quirky self, even if I am never accepted for it. I choose to feel love for my body. I choose to feel confident with my body. I choose to have compassion with my body. Without these patterns, I am free to love my body as it is. Without these patterns, I am free to feel confident in my own skin. Without these patterns, I am free to love and accept myself as I am. I call forward my sweet body and I say to it, I see you. I acknowledge you. I honor you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. What energy, space, and consciousness can me and my body be to feel confident, loved, and accepted just as we are, with total ease, and anything getting in the way of that, we destroy and uncreate it all now, from every level, every layer, and every lifetime, and we ask that this be left on automatic. and so it is. Do you feel called to take this a step further? If you're ready to manifest your dream body, download the free manifestation T-chart in the description below this video. For more powerful meditations like this, subscribe to this channel. Now wiggle your toes and your sweet little fingers, open your eyes, and enjoy your body.